Hello everyone, I am JANANI, working as an assistant professor in Siddhartha Institute of Science and Technology, Puttur. Now I am going to discuss about queues in data structure. First of all, we define the data structure. Data structure, it defines the way of storing and organizing the data in memory. So it is easily to retrieve and utilize in futures. Next, classification of data structure. It has two types. One is linear data structure and another one is non-linear data structure. Linear data structure, it has arrays, stack, queues and linked lists. Non-linear data structure, trees and graphs. Next, what is linear data structure? Linear data structure is nothing but the data elements are stored in sequentially. It means in one particular order. That is linear data structure. It is non-linear data structure. It is data elements not stored in sequential or linear order. Next, now we discuss about queue definition. Queue is a linear data structure. So the operations will be performed at both end. So here, insertion will perform that rear end. Insertion will perform that rear end and deletion will perform that front end. So example for queue is, here the example for queue is ticket counter. Ticket counter, the peoples are standing in the queue. So it will follow first in, first out principle. So this is the data elements will be entered in queue. Insertion will perform at rear end and deletion will perform at front end. So the front end is nothing but DQ. It is a deletion and rear end is NQ. It is an insertion. Next, queue operations. Queue operation, first you have to create the queue and then add the elements in the queue, that is NQ, and delete the elements or remove the elements from the queue, that is DQ. First of all, you have to check the queue is empty or full. If it is full, the queue is full. So the example for queue operation, so this is in the form of array. So when the queue is empty, front end and rear end will be -1. So it means while entering the element in the queue, so I'm going to enter the element 10 in the queue. So it is insertion. That means NQ. So both the front end and rear end will be the A subscript 0. Now again I am going to insert the element 20. So that is NQ. So now front end will be A subscript 0. Now the rear end will be A subscript 1. If you are inserting the element 30, front end will be the first one. Then rear end will be the last inserted element will be the rear element. So this is the NQ operation. Now this is the DQ operation. So DQ, I'm going to delete the element, that is DQ the element 10. So first element we have to going to delete the element. So at that time the front end will be A subscript 1 and rear end will be A subscript 2. If you delete the element 20, front end will be A subscript 2, rear end will be A subscript 2. If you are deleting the element 30, both the front and rear end will be same. So this is the example for queue operation. Next, here types of queue. It has 4 types. First one is simple queue or linear queue. Second one circular queue. Third one is priority queue. Fourth one is double-ended queue. First we discuss about simple queue. Simple queue is nothing but the data elements are entered in linear order. That is the simple queue. So one after another in particular order. So insertion takes place at rear end and deletion takes place at front end. Next, circular queue. Circular queue is nothing but a ring buffer. It is in the form of circular type, ring type. That is the circular queue. It is also a linear queue. So it is also a linear queue, but the last node will be connected to the Here, this is the last node. The last node will be connected to the first node, that is circular queue. This is the representation of the circular queue. Next, priority queue. Priority queue nothing but the elements are arranged in priority based, either in ascending order or either in descending order. It is the representations of the priority queue. So DQ will be performed at front end and NQ will be performed at rear end. So now the representation will be given in decreasing priority. Next, double-ended queue. It is nothing but DQ. Insertion and deletion performed at both the end of the queue. Then front end and rear end. We can perform the insertion, deletion and both end of the queue. That is double-ended queue. Thank you.